Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And he's a young man who's always... talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school. Ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. Decided to take the next step and go to Western Kentucky, and he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL. This guy's like a very skilled point guard. Knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Off the fake, Zampi. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler. It's a room to maneuver. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
Cousins to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Ryan Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Zappi, he's going to let one go deep for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse for this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On play action, Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 3rd and 1, here's Zappi. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Stevenson now on 1st and 10, taken down at the 42.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Zappy from the gun. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he's an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Zappy. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster from 4 yards out. And the Pats have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down now, it's Chandler. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against the defender, trying to set the edge in the running. You're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Cousins. Open is Powell. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try the left side. Chandler down to the 41.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Zappi. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good way to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And Zappi to throw. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On second down, it's Chandler. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Cousins. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Cousins. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins now. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give them 32 on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ty Chandler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the toss play effective even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Zappi.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Zappi to throw on first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack on first down,
Zappi into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards that time for number 19.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. As they come to the line, they will not be able to go. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Stevenson. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Stevenson again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal.
Here's Zappi.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Anthony Ferkser there to make the grab. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all. Because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game, and by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Folk connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right. But I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best can ultimately win it.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Dancing to his left. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now a handoff to Chandler. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Powell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Chandler.
Oh, what a move. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Again, it's Zappi.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Zappi.
On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Zappi, one final shot here.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.